Hi, my name is Sam Hartens. I'm a 20-year-old pre-law student here at West Virginia University, and I'm also the drummer for the band Riviera. I first started playing drums in the 5th grade when I was going into middle school, and the options were music appreciation, band, and then some other random class. And I really did want to play a horn. I wasn't about that stuff. I wasn't trying to do music appreciation doing the sheet music all the time. And so my current bassist, Nathan, told me to try out percussion. And I did it, and that's where it's been from there.
I do most of the management-wise. Yeah. Mike helps me out with a lot of...
Most of the management stuff is me and Sam.
I do more creative stuff and drive everybody everywhere. Like, I just make sure all the stuff actually happens.
I'm the piece of shit of the band.
Well, nobody ever comes up to the bass player and is like, "Hey, let's put the show together."
He's the 21-year-old.
22-year-old.
Zach's very good at going with the flow and adapting to us because we can be very demanding in what we want, and he's very flexible in going along with it, which is very useful.
I also like to be early to places, so when we're not early, my frustration comes out.
Yeah, he does.
I've seen that a couple times.
He makes us be on time for things.
Now show me what could have become between you and me.
Our work relationship, it's very casual, very fun. We don't think of the band as a chore or a job. It's more something that we all really enjoy doing. We all work full-time. I'm part-time, being in school at the same time, but the other guys are always working, staying busy. Whenever we practice, it's always a very, very lighthearted time. Like, we're not very freaking out about it or being stressed. If we have a big show coming up, we'll obviously take it more seriously. And he will always run through the songs as many times as it takes to make sure that they're always solid and perfect. Usually between sets, we'll jam and just be creative and see what one person has discovered, like a new riff they've liked or a new beat that I've discovered.
We all work together pretty well at this point.
It just comes natural. It's pretty great.
We're also good at adapting to different situations. We can handle anything thrown at us and are good at compromises and figuring out what to do next.
Our band's only been Riviera as it is right now has only been a thing for a year and a half, maybe. But I've been playing music since I was 7 or 8 years old. I started a barbecue pit.
Yeah, I was probably 11 when I first started.
I started the game late. I started probably my 8th grade, freshman year of high school, something like that.
I started after 5th grade.
We did Warped Tour last summer, and so that was a very nerve-wracking thing. But we took a lot of time to really make sure all of our notes were down, all the right song transitions, as well as a lot of prepping for the marketing of the show. Whenever you have a show, it's not just about playing well, it's about selling it well. Because you can play perfectly, but if no one's there to watch you, it doesn't mean anything.
Before the last time, you'll get yours, I'll get mine.
Sometimes Sam will just be like, "Oh, I forgot I had this on this day." I was like, "Oh, Sam, here's the schedule." Yeah, here's the schedule, and then it'll get lost, and then we'll book something, and then Sam will be like, "Oh,
I have a frat
I had a thing."
Once the schedule is set, though, after it's all hashed out, it usually goes through.
Yeah, usually I'll
It's just about to get there.
I'll let them know ahead of time if there's something important that is coming up, but usually I can make it work.
I heard it through the grapevine, you talk shit, but that's fine.
I honestly have no idea how I do it because it's always constantly doing something. Fraternity life is something that I'm very proud to be in. I might be running for office in our fraternity within these next few weeks, so that'll be an added responsibility if I do. But it also takes a lot of time financially with fraternity dues and just all the philanthropy events you have to go to, which are good, just very time consuming. With working, I don't work that many hours a week anymore. I'm still doing about 15 to 20 sometimes. And school, of course, always more assignments, always more papers to do, more reading. But it's really just making sure I have time management. So I'll really focus on making sure I at least study a few nights a week for a test that I have coming up. Or if I have a show coming up, I'll see, okay, I need to play drums for like 2 hours, I need to study for 3 hours, I need to do fraternity life for such and such time. But having a good calendar, it really helps.
I personally would like for the band to be able to do something like where we would take off musically and then we'd all have our image for ourselves, and from there I'd be able to start up different like companies and like production and like other different startups and have multiple different sources of income from that.
But yeah, basically just having band, but then getting big enough to you can go do your own thing, but then still do band at the same time for fun and still make money.
Well, baby,